Please go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon and Happy New Year to everyone. This is Narayanan, American Narayanan. I am right now calling from Ashtamudi in Kerala. Happy New Year to everybody. I understand now there are 10 people who are already connected and a few people will join us as we go along. As I see it right now, we have Mr. Vardhakutti, Mr. Periyaswamy from Coimbatore, Mr. Sriram is there, Mr. Gopinath is there, one Punitavati is there, and Ravi is there, Periyaswamy is there, yes, Periyaswamy, Punitavati and Ravi, their phones are ringing, they are not in there yet. Muniswamy is there in the conference, and Srinivas is still ringing, he has not gotten into the conference. Mr. Karthik is in the conference, Mr. Prabhakaran is in the conference, Mr. Raghavendra is in conference, looks like Mr. Venkat is in conference. These are the people in conference. I hope that I have said everybody who is here. If I have missed out somebody, you need to press star asterisk and announce that you are here. The operator, I assume that you are also on the line.
Yes, sir.
Operator?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Now, did I call the people's name right, or is there anybody else that I missed out who is right now in the conference? Okay. Now, I will just go ahead and start. Again, Happy New Year to everybody. I would request, I think, Mr. Vardhakutti's office, the gentleman who wrote the minutes of the last meeting. What's his name?
Mr. Sriram, please go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Mr. Sriram? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Now, do you have the Sriram?
Yes.
Can you hear me, please? Now,
yes, I can hear you.
Who is the name of the gentleman who took the minutes and wrote down the minutes of the last meeting? What's his name?
Mr. Badri Narayanan was the name of the person.
Yeah, Mr. Badri Narayanan, is he on the conference call now? While we are waiting for Badri and Vardhakutti, I think Vardhakutti is here. You can release Mr. Vardhakutti again. Let him speak.
Yes,
Hello.
You can get Mr. Vardhakutti.
Hello, sir. Badri speaking.
Badri, very good. Vardhakutti is not on phone?
Yeah, he is talking with some other in the landline.
Okay. Vardhakutti, in the meanwhile, can you please, I'm sorry, Badri Narayanan, can you please pick up just read the minutes of last meeting quickly, please?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Go ahead.
Just a second. Last time, many persons participated, like Mr. Slata Rajendra.
1 minute. Okay,
yes.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Sriram started with the minutes of last meeting, that's our first meeting, and he explained about the challenges and needs of differently abled and what are the problems faced by them and the objectives. And also he talked about the FODA. And then Mr. Slata Rajendran started with topics about communication skills, how it is important, how to set up a goal and develop skills for particular professions, and how to improve our self-confidence and determination. And then Ms. Punitavati, who is Assistant Director of SME, explained about lots of training programs for unemployed youth, especially for women and PH. And she also mentioned about the employment opportunities in several sectors like cell phone, etc. And she also told that they are giving training for around 6 weeks, theory as well as practical session for many differently abled persons. And then Mr. Prabhu, who is a software engineer and media consultant, mentioned about the problems of portal, how to view, and about the FODA, how to note down the, how to view the portal actually, how to get to know about this FODA and likewise. And then Mr. Vamshi, he's a big MBA, MCOM, PhD, and he's also visually impaired. Talked about bank jobs, banking recruitments for visually handicapped, differently.
Who is the gentleman? What's his name?
Vamshi.
Alright.
Talked about the government sector, jobs for differently abled in government sectors, and also the problems faced by them like skill development, access to software, and he also told that people should register from various places for FODA and online requests for everyone for job opportunities. Then Gift Jacob, Mr. Gift Jacob told that differently abled persons should understand the real computer world and what they have to learn and what they are exactly now. And then Mr. K. Gopinath mentioned about the lack of communication skills in differently abled persons, and they have to qualify for private employment. They have to qualify themselves, and we need to identify the employers who are interested in giving employment to differently abled persons. And then Mrs. Jaya Sarathi, who conducted the DAR meeting, and she also mentioned about the online job opportunities in software companies for differently abled persons, because many of the differently abled persons were not aware of the job opportunities in software companies. So she mentioned about the online opportunities itself. Then Mr. Periyasamy told to create, informs to create awareness among the differently abled persons about the FODA and other associations for differently abled persons. And Dr. Sundar mentioned that training differently abled in the various places like visually handicapped children can be trained in music and speech, painting, likewise. And then, and at last everyone summarized themselves about what are all the needs and needs for the differently abled persons. I think that's all for the minutes.
Excellent. Thank you, and I hope you can, if you need to get you connected, in addition to Vardhakutti, I think you're speaking from Vardhakutti's phone.
Yeah,
your number right
transfer my
now.
phone to him, sir, now.
No, what I would request you is please give your number so they can call you in your number so you can stay and take
I
the
will
minutes
give my
of this
number
meeting.
now. Yeah, note the.
Yeah, please go ahead. Operator, please note this number and
Yes,
then you
sir.
connect.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
90 432
432
81
81
489.
489. Your name?
Yeah, Badri.
Okay, sir.
But please may I take him as the official secretary so that he has been helping. We need to have him regularly on the line.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Thanks,
Now,
Badri.
Yeah, I
Give
will
the phone to
transfer
Mr. Vardhakutti.
I will transfer this phone to Vardhakutti, sir.
Yeah, they will call you in your phone in a minute so that you can
Sure, sir.
be on the call and take the minute.
Yeah, sure.
Now,
sir.
go ahead. Now, before Mr. Vardhakutti comes on, you can give the phone to Mr. Vardhakutti.
Yes, sir.
Now, the objective of FODA, that is Friends of the Differently Abled, what are the things you have done? This is our third meeting. And what do we have to show for in the third meeting? I'll just summarize it in a minute. And I would request all of us to stay focused on this. I'll tell you what I see as what we are and what we are not. What we are is clearly focused on providing employment to the differently abled, specifically orthopedically, hearing and visually impaired people. These are the three areas of differently abled people. Right now we concentrate until we stop and agree, all of us agree otherwise. These are the only three people we'll concentrate on. Anything else, right now we cannot focus on because we have not even started. Number two is that our focus is only on creating employment. Anything else is we will work with the other organizations, but we will not. Say, for example, when that we need to train people, give them different kinds of skills over time. We can be the bridge in identifying those and organizations, but at this stage, we are not capable of handling any training, and as such, we will stay out of it. If any skill sets are required and training is required, we will have affiliates like even Mr. Vardakuti's organizations and various organizations too. Our job is to bring in the employers through the associations and or directly, and the employees get in touch with each other. That's where it begins, that's where it ends for the next at least 1 year, and assuming we do well, then we can look at various things if we are capable of doing it. So far, what we have done in this is now we have a Facebook page called FODA. We have only about 55 people who are like that page. That's one thing we have done. Mr. Vardakuti has given us some exposure, and he has brought in several people through his magazine, Udavum Karangal. The third one that's happening now, today, I would also like each other participant to say whether this is good or not good or different names. I told you by April 14th we will have a employment exchange online where the employers can go and post a job and the employees can go register themselves and then the employer can directly contact them. Now we have already a beta version of that, which will be, you all can go and see in a day, but I'm proposing a name, Jobs, the website name as Jobs, JOBS 4, number 4, for differently abled. It is .org because we are not a commercial organization. We are a group of NGOs working together, even though this is not a registered society, in an informal way. So I am proposing, and I want your feedback on saying whether we can have Jobs, JOBS 4 for, that is Jobs 4, differently enabled .org. That's the name of the website we are proposing. If you say that, if you all agree on this or any other thing before the end of this meeting, we'll be able to post this site as a beta site, so all of you can go and look at that and give me any other suggestions, and so that hopefully, even though April 14th is our target date, we may be able to do that. Mr. Varadakuti and I have been interacting in between and also with Sriram. Mr. Varadakuti felt that we need to do more. So he is also suggesting that we host a physical job fair where differently abled people can come. So that is one of the things I will work with all of you during this month, before February 6th, to see whether we can physically also host and get the employers and employees together in a place in Chennai where hopefully few people can meet and get hired. That's one other agenda that we have. With that, I will stop and I will let Mr. Vardakuti, if he is on the line, to go ahead and give his views related to what I have said. Then we'll go one by one. We'll have Sriram, then the other people who are on the line, Mr. Gopinath, and everybody else talk one after the other. With this, I close, and please connect Mr. Vardakuti.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry I joined 10 minutes late. My assistant, Mr. Badrinath, has briefed about the minutes of the last meeting. And see, as I personally expressed my views to Mr. America Narayanan yesterday and also Mr. Sriram, we should go, what I felt that we should do something material. That is, yes, we have created, as Mr. Narayanan has created a momentum by combining the talents of the various types of people through this teleconference. So as Mr. Narayanan mentioned, that it is imperative that we should call a meeting, that is organize some sort of a job fair so that our actions are felt by the people outside. So what is done by this FODA is known to everybody. So this job fair should create a wider awareness not only amongst the people who are already interacting, but also to the general people, both the employers and the persons who are requiring job. So that will open big and great avenues both for the employers as well as the employees to share their ideas and also to get to know about each other. So we can have the satisfaction of giving jobs to more number of differently abled people. And secondly, this website, that also we should create a lot of publicity awareness to the people, either by some sort of a press meet, so that we can spread the message to a very good number of people. So these are the two suggestions I made it to Mr. Narayan and also Mr. Sriram, and both are. So I am very happy that both are very positive that we should go fast. So with this, I expect my other friends also to give their ideas on this. Thank you.
Sir, before you close, I have a question. Do you agree that jobs, I want you to think about where the portal's name, the jobs portal name we are proposing as jobs 4, number 4, differently abled. Jobs 4, number 4, differently abled .org is the name of the portal that we are planning on. Do you agree with that? Do you have any suggestions on that?
Okay, this is JODA. J-O-D-A.
JODA, correct.
JODA. Okay.
JODA.
So that is FODA. This is
right.
JODA. Okay. So
JODA.
people can very easily...
We are using the entire name because that way people will know what it actually stands for.
Correct. Okay, sir. Go ahead. Sir.
So it's great. With that, Sriram, please come up and share your views, and then let's take it to the next step.
Can you hear me?
Sriram. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sriram. Everybody can hear you.
Okay. I think it is a good idea to focus on jobs, because that is what our focus is on. We should have this fair ideally after the exams of the students are over, because most of them are likely to be fresh candidates, first-time students, because that is our emphasis of our placement agency. But at the same time, I think we will start creating a site. We already have 2 people who are looking for a job, and we can pilot with these 2 people. And more critically, I think we need to get the employers. It is something that I'll take responsibility for. Let us also, as I said, let us now onwards be more focused on what we want in terms of outcomes. So 3 things. One is that we should have the fair immediately after the exams of the students, or the 3rd year students or 4th year students are over. The fair ideally should be in Madras, because then we'll have more control. And we would have to get the employer side, because that is where we are lacking in terms of we have a lot of inputs from the employee side, but for the employer side we need to do things. I also have a couple of things. Even though the focus is on getting jobs, we would have to create awareness about this whole thing. how in terms of what rehabilitation equipment is required, what kind of jobs would be suitable. So that will also be one parallel activity. And there are some sites already for visually challenged people, but just not necessarily for others. So we will have to try and involve them for this in this whole process. And I also think that between now and the job fair, we also should look at bridging the skill gap in terms of soft skills. Maybe we will not conduct a daily workshop, but at least a couple of workshops to be able to ensure that the visually challenged and other physically challenged students are able to bridge the skill gap.
I'm sorry, are you saying that we need to conduct some kind of a training before the job fair? Am I understanding you right, Sriram?
Yes, we need to conduct
I do not want to take up that responsibility. Individuals within the FODA can, because FODA cannot even be able to fulfill this. So for the thing, I think individuals and our organizations are the people who have to take it up, because once we commit, we have to do it. So far, we are moving along in the right direction, but I do not want to raise the expectation and not do it. So my focus within the FODA, and of course I will be able to assist you and others whatever little I can, but I do not want to commit FODA to saying that people have the training, because having said it and not making it is not the right thing to do.
Okay, just input. We'll probably discuss this later also, because the first time.
Right, we will discuss it in detail, but I just want us to focus on, as you rightfully said, we need to bring in more employers, we need to do that. We need to see what are the things we have to do physically, which we can learn from Adhakuti and Gopinath, which as he's going to talk about, to make this job fair, not only in terms of the employer and employee, but also in terms of reaching out to the physical infrastructure, where to and what to. Maybe a small group can be formed to get this thing and meet outside of this. So with that, we will go to the next person. Mr. Gopinath, are you on the line? Operator?
Unmuted, sir.
Yes, Mr. Gopinath. Can you connect Mr. Gopinath, please?
Mr. Gopinath is unmuted, sir.
Yes, sir, I am on the line, sir.
Yes, Mr.
Good evening to all.
Please go ahead and give.
Can you hear, sir? Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. First of all, what I wish is, we have to identify the various job opportunities for the different various fields and various sectors. Hello? And also, to identify the various job avenues for the different labels.
Right.
Then we also have to collect the employer details, as well as employees details and data banks. To create wider awareness between both the employers and the employees, that this FODA is there, and the activity of FODA. And then my another suggestion is a committee may be formed to follow this. Between this group, a committee may be formed. A subgroup or group, many groups may be formed to follow up this work.
What is what required? Can you be a little more specific?
We may form a committee, That's it. A lot of people are there. For doing this job fair.
Specific.
For doing this job fair.
Okay.
Identify the people.
What is the committee? What is the role you think you can do? And what's the committee you think you can participate? And how is the committee related to the job fair and all the things?
We have to follow throughout the group. Each group has been given a responsibility. What are the part of the work can be shared, to identify different types of jobs for different types of disabled people. Hello?
Yes. 1 second.
Can you hear, sir? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Right. Okay. So we'll have to form some subcommittees.
Yes, sir.
Which we will do. And depending on the need, we need to identify what committees are needed.
Yes.
Okay. We'll come back to you. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, sir, no.
Where are you located? Are you in Chennai?
Sir, I am a Chennai, sir. Sir, hello? Sir, I am working for Arvind. Hello? I am working for Arvind. I am a medical engineer.
Great. My question is, can you think of a place where we can host a job fair? Can you think of something, and maybe can you identify and get us a good place where we can do the job fair? That you please take that physical infrastructure, taking care of the physical infrastructure to locate the place and whatnot. If you can help us with that, it will be of great help from me. So you head the committee to identify the place where we can hold it and coordinate it and get it. That if you can take that as your responsibility, it will be very helpful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I will do it.
As other people come along, one other question that we all need to ask is, maybe we require a place that will hold about 100 or 500 people at a place. Is that what's required? How many people you think will come to the job fair? And maybe
more than
add a little more idea.
More than 500.
500 people. Great. Okay. Yes. So let the other people also contribute. How many people they expect we think we'll get there. How many minimum number of employers we should get. Those kind of targets we need to have. So let's assume that we will cater to at least 500 people who will come in on that day. How are we going to get that 500 people? And then how many employers we need? And those are the things we got to start talking about. But the rest of the people, as they come along, please let them address that. Operator?
We will plan it.
Okay,
we will plan it.
Operator?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Gopinath.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, who is the next person online? Operator?
Sir, Dr. Sundar.
Dr. Sundar. Please connect Dr. Sundar.
Yes, sir. Dr. Sundar, please go ahead, sir.
Yes. Hi, good
afternoon, Dr. Sundar. Before you start again, even though we have talked, some other people are new, all of us will, like Gopinath has said, he is working at Arvind and whatnot. Just briefly introduce yourself because new people may come on board. So just then you can contribute to specifically what our subject is. Go ahead.
Yes. I am Dr. Sundar. I am a physiatrist, a doctor working in the area of rehabilitation of the disabled, mostly the locomotor area. I have a trust called the Freedom Trust, which has been providing aids and appliances to the rural handicapped, especially in the outskirts of the cities and towns in Tamil Nadu. And our focus has been, one, to provide aids and appliances for mobility, two, to give training in music for the visually impaired and training in painting and arts for the hearing and speech impaired, and taking them along on their aptitudes towards vocational rehab. And three, we also run what is called an appliance bank, where we collect old and used appliances like wheelchairs, refurbish them and give them free of cost. Something similar to the book bank and the clothes bank that are done by some NGOs. So this in brief is what we do for the disabled. In addition, we are not full time. In addition to, looking after my clinic and working in global hospitals where I head the rehab division. This in brief is what we are doing. We don't do all these activities full time, but we do quite often enough to be noticed.
Right.
Right. So my inputs on this is, last time when we spoke, I mentioned that we need people to assess what is the strength of the person, what is the aptitude, the interest, and the special skills of the person, and whether we can train them towards a job. That is one aspect. And once we have trained them to identify the specific jobs for which they can perform. For that, we need the two people. One is the psychologist, and the other is an occupational therapist. I have identified a psychologist called Jayashri, who stays in Pallikarane region.
Very good.
And the occupational therapist, I have a person in my own hospital called Deepak. I've identified these people, but location being a problem, I think we can also look at volunteering occupational therapists or psychologists from other parts of Chennai for this purpose. Just now you spoke about a job fair. I think one location that is good is the Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu, which is headed by one, again, her name is also Jayashree. She was also my student, so I can ask them whether, because the place is entirely disabled friendly or differently abled friendly. Right. That's important. On the ground, everything is on the ground floor or ramped up, so people can access all these places.
And you feel that we can host about 500 people?
When I last went there, yes, there was an auditorium which could hold about 200 to 300.
That's good enough.
But it could be even better now. I don't know. I have to go and see.
Excellent.
If you say okay, I will talk to Jayashree and ask her whether
we can be kind enough to coordinate that. And at the same time, if you need me to come, I'll be happy to come with you also at a time that's convenient for you, because I live only in Thiruvanmiyur, and I think Spastic Society is somewhere in Karamani in that Tidal Park area.
That's very close. So do I. I also stay in Indira Nagar, so maybe you can come and we can both go together, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe even if it is possible before the end of this week, if you find I'll be back in town tomorrow, so maybe we'll do it during the Pongal time.
I'm okay. I think it'd be nice if we both meet also. In fact, coincidentally, yesterday I spoke to one of the presidents of the Rotary Club of Adayar, one Mr. Vittal.
Very good.
And this was in connection with a camp that I organized. And he came forth saying, I have about 100 people working with me, and I'm so happy to take anybody. So this came spontaneously from him. And I'm sure there must be many others like him. I can give you his number. But what we need is somebody to take down or prepare a directory of organizations willing to take in these people, because I will give an input and then... Yes.
We will do that. Once, I think, as Mr. Vardakuti pointed out to me, and he was kind enough to take the initiative to call me, I think we need to, now I have at least the framework for the portal. I think we may be able to start taking certain data and be able to update it in an organized way, like the one you're talking about, organizations who can help physically challenged or not disabled-friendly friends of disabled-friendly. We'll identify organizations and we'll put it out there. And we'll also put out there, it will be one place where what are the help they can provide, also we'll add it up there. So we can, in one place, not only our organization, any differently able, it becomes one place for them to get the info.
Yes.
We will do that.
Is this a physical place or a virtual place? Is it a
virtual place? And over time, we'll also try and find a physical place. Once we do reasonably well in this, there will be enough people who will be willing to contribute physical place. But I'm right now. And anybody who has a computer, it becomes physical place at that stage.
Okay. Just an idea. Because we have organizations, we have websites which are already well into the job market, which are called Naukri.com or Monster.com. Why can't they have a CSR initiative by which they give one space for the differently abled? Why not they have one category?
I will work on that. In the meanwhile, since we have already moved on this, my suggestion would be we will contact right now.
Okay.
We have set up a framework already for differently abled right now. Because what happens is it's not like you can take something, because I have worked this is being done by the ecinsuranceIndia.com, which is a portal by itself. We have learned a lot of things. It's just not putting out a portal and doing it. It just requires consistent work.
I agree.
So we'll move on this. But anyway, I appreciate you taking the initiative with the Spastic Society, and you and I or other people who are interested will go and meet them sometime before Pongal and see where there's a place.
Yes, probably Thursday we'll do it. Thursday. Okay?
Right.
Tentatively.
Okay. I'll
Right.
call you. Great.
Okay, sir.
Now please stay with us. And then the next thing in a person who is on the line, operator?
Jaya Saradi.
Operator?
Jaya Saradi.
Jaya Saradi. Yeah, please connect Jaya Saradi.
Jaya Saradi, please go ahead. There's no
Jaya
response
Saradi?
from that line, sir.
Okay,
Hello.
then let's go to...
Jay Sardi.
He's here. Jaya Saradi. Tell me.
Yeah.
Jaya Saradi is on Reliance. Jaya Saradi, brief about yourself and then see how you could, on the focus of job fair and the exchange job for differently-abled.com, .org, how you think we can proceed. Go ahead, Jay Saradi.
Yes, sir. Sir, I work for Reliance Communication in the enterprise division. So I have been in touch with Mr. Narayanan and Mr. Sriram for a couple of years. But this assignment which was taken by Sriram, I was very much interested, and so I thought, putting myself involved in this project. So I met Sriram a month back, and he gave me some input, like what is the acceptance of this in the industry level. So based on his input, I discussed with some companies, like including mine, Reliance, and other software companies like Hexaware, because I remember the earlier discussion when Ms. Srimati of HCL was there. She told, they were if people are having soft skills, they can be taken into industry. So just this one track to discuss. When we discussed with the companies, they are telling they don't have any separate team or any kind of reservation for differently abled. If the person is technically qualified and if he is able to do the job which requires a certain skill sets, then this differently abled criteria doesn't come to picture. So this is a feedback which I got from some 2-3 organizations which I discussed on this topic. So they're saying if job is there, we are ready to publish or share it with you. You can ask the candidate to approach for the specific job, and if he is technically qualifying for the job, then the physical challenge or the differently abled parameter doesn't impact us. So I also asked, do they have facility to accommodate, like work environment facility to accommodate these differently enabled people. So they said if any kind of a smaller customization or anything is required, we would look into that. So this is feedback from my side.
Great. Okay. Now, getting back to first the portal's name, do you have any suggestion? We are currently proposing jobs for differentlyable.org, number one. Number two, in terms of physical fair, which then let's assume that sometime the end of February we'll host, depending we'll do, what way you can be of assistance, Mr. Jay Saradi?
Sir, right now I'm talking to I'm just spreading this word about FODA to all my friends and organizations. That is what initially I'm doing now. But apart from that, if you have any program or you want me to go and meet people or, spend some quality time for this in the field, I'll be ready to do that after my working hours.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, Jay Saradi. Do you want anything more to add before I go to the next person?
No, I'm just trying to get myself more involved in this. I'm keeping in touch with Sriram, taking inputs. In fact, he also asked me to talk to someone in Loyola College where we studied together. So I'm also trying to get some input from them. So whatever the information, since I'm just getting myself involved, whatever the data I'm getting, I'm sharing with them, and I'm trying to improvise and see how I can work along with this.
Great. Okay. Let's move to the next person. Is Periyaswamy there? Punitavati there? Punitavati is not there, right?
Punitavati is not connected, sir.
Okay. Okay. You are not able to connect to her either.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that where does it take the next person? Mr. Prabhu, is it?
Yes, sir. Unmuted, sir.
Yeah, connect Mr. Prabhu, please.
Mr. Prabhu, please
Hello.
go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's very fantastic, and this program, this discussion is going in a very right way in a good direction. Thank you, everyone. And as of this job fair is concerned, that is essentially as we are...
Prabhu, you need to, I want to interrupt you, Prabhu, for 1 second. You need to introduce a little bit about yourself, say what you do, so that people can relate to it.
Okay. I'm Prabhu here. I'm basically a media consultant, giving from the media. I'm called as Media Prabhu, giving solutions for the channels media, and much involved in for the differently abled rights and everything. And mostly, as of we discussing about the job fair for the differently able is definitely essential, and we need to proceed further on to it. As we were discussing, Plastic Society is a place which we have done, Mrs. Jaykumar, Jayshree's thing. That is a very nice place. We can also adopt that. Apart from that, we can able to identify the employers, and once we put the stall or we are going to invite the employers for the job opportunities, can we also invite some of the people who can able to, rather than as we discussed earlier that if we can give some sort of training for the employees, instead of giving training straight away during the job fair, we can invite the people who are all able to give training for the different able people. They can also put their stalls. They can also encourage the people. They can take them up. They can encourage them. That is the best way, I hope so. What do you think about it, sir?
Okay. So what your suggestion is, in addition to calling the employers and employees, we just have a sideline, even though there is not a focus for us, that if people want the other related organizations which are working in there, we can try and see how we can make it happen.
Yeah, because if they want to help them, if they want to give them some...
How can you be a little more specific in addition to your ideas which you have been contributing? Can you be very specific on any specific role that you can take in terms of this job fair, both online and offline?
Yeah, basically, and we conducted a lot of job fairs in terms of IT-related job fairs and media job fairs. So I have a big idea on it. So how we can able to run a job fair show, how we can able to bring in the employers as well as the employees, and we can collaborate with them. That is a different altogether. But as of differently able is concerned, as you said, they have to come and they have to park. It should be a ramp, and the place as well as definitely, as I said, they need to have some more sort of training, or they have to be somewhere adopted for the particular job. So when we can able to have the people who can able to support them in terms of training also, we can invite them on the stall. And I can able to support them. I can able to bring in all the people who are all supporting for the different
Okay. Can you, let me be very specific. You said you are a media consultant. Can you have a couple of medias who are willing to sponsor and to get this message out? Can you handle that? Who will do it on a pro bono basis? Very specific.
Yeah, very much we can do it, and we can able to give the write-up, and when the job fair is going to happen, and we can able to give the media person to media people to come in, and it can be able to be, promoted in a best way, in a professional way.
Okay. Can you, maybe we'll meet next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Which part of town you are in, Prabhu?
I stay in Chennai, Anna Nagar.
Very good. I stay in Tiruvanmiyur. If you come by the site, please make sure we meet before Pongal. So let's take it to the next level. Okay?
Sure, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Prabhu. Is there anything else you want to
add? That's all. And we can able to meet together and we can go to the next step. No problem.
Great. So we'll see. I think there'll be, between this meeting and the next virtual meeting on the teleconference, we would have met a few people and gotten a few things done. Let's move to Mr. Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas, please connect operator. We'll connect Mr. Srinivas.
Mr. Srinivas, please go ahead, sir. Mr. Srinivas,
Mr. Srinivas. Is he there?
He's unmuted,
Mr.
sir.
Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas, one more time. Okay, let's connect to Mr. Srinivas. He's on the line, but somehow I'm not able to hear him, and I don't think anybody else is. Let's go to Mr. Karthik. We'll wait for Mr. Srinivas.
Mr. Karthik, please go ahead.
Mr. Karthik. What is happening? He is not also online.
Can I disconnect?
Is there a problem, technical problem, or? I'm sorry? Yeah, please call them back. In the meanwhile, let's go to Mr. Prabhakaran. Can you connect Mr. Prabhakaran?
Prabhakaran, okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
because
Prabhakaran is not
Mr. Karthik
connected,
and Mr. Srinivas is not able to pick up right now,
I'm giving them a
even
call
though they
again,
seem
sir.
to be on the conference.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
giving
but
them
in
a
the
call.
meanwhile, can you go to Mr. Prabhakaran?
Prabhakaran is not connected, sir. I'm giving him a
Prabhakaran,
call
can
now.
you hear us? Prabhakaran, can you speak up?
Sir, Mr. Prabhakaran is
Yeah,
not connected.
I can hear you. Please, he is connected. Okay, Prabhakaran, please explain a little bit about yourself and then go jump into it and about the job fair, physical as well as virtual. Go ahead. Prabhakaran?
Mr. Prabhakaran,
Operator, I'm
please
not
go
there.
ahead, sir.
Yeah, once again. I'm in meeting. I'm coming out. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I heard you, but I am not clear on what you said. Prabhakaran?
Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good evening to all.
Good
This is
evening,
Prabhakaran
Prabhakaran.
Yeah. The idea that you proposed is a very good one, and I'm basically from a software engineer. Actually, I'm running a software company. The idea.
What company?
Software company. I'm a capsule
Software company. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you located?
Chennai.
Very good. Where in Chennai?
Tambaram.
Very good. Okay, go ahead, Prabhakaran. So you are running a software company. You have your own company running software in Tambaram in Chennai. And how can you help us specifically related to job fair, online and offline? Go to it.
Yeah. For the most of the companies will try to recruit people. They mostly see on the technical skills. When we are in recruitment panel, we see most of the differently able people, they lag in soft skills. And also, they have average level on technical skills. But we usually prefer technical skills should be at a higher level or at a medium level so that we can able to tune up or we can able to train up them. So,
are you saying, let me stop you there for 1 second. My question to you is, as far as the virtual or online or offline job fair that we are planning, are you saying you are trying to bring in the employers or the differently able people? What is your role as you see in our objective of getting the differently able together as a friends of differently able? What is the specific work you are volunteering is the question.
Okay. We can able to support the development of website portal or a job portal.
The portal is up. What you can do is, will you be able to, for example, maintain the data in the portal, assist us in maintaining the data or the portal?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Very good. So you have some data entry people who can get the data in if necessary. You will be able to provide that help.
Actually, we don't have data entry people. Actually, we can able to maintain the applications. That's what we are trying to say.
At this stage, I do not know whether we need the skill, but I'll get back to you on that. But is there anything else you can do?
That's it.
Assist us in this.
Yeah.
Okay, stay with us. Maybe we'll come back to it as we discuss it. You may figure out there are other areas where you can be of help. Maybe contacting the employers, see who are interested in coming to that place. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Prabhakaran, right?
Yeah.
Right. What's the name of your company, Mr. Prabhakaran?
Capstone Software Solutions.
Capstone Software Solutions. Okay, great, sir. Let's move on to the next person, unless you have anything else that you want to add, Mr. Prabhakaran. Can I go to the next person? Yeah, let's go to the next person. Mr. Raghavendra.
Mr. Raghavendra is unmuted, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Mr. Raghavendra, are you there?
Mr. Raghavendra, please go ahead.
Okay, he's somehow not able to speak. I think there may be some technical problem as I see it. While you are connecting, Mr. Raghavendra, is either Mr. Srinivas or Karthik are back on the line?
Yes, sir. Mr. Srinivas, please
okay, let's try Mr. Srinivas.
Yeah, Srinivas is here.
Good afternoon, Srinivas. Please brief a little bit about yourself and then come back to it.
No, I can't get you.
Srinivas, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, actually, see, I'm basically, we run a company, readerslabel.com. So we support for hardcover books and also with ebook and other kind of publications, e-publications. We can help the candidates by giving the competitive exam books in subsequently discounted rates. See, for example, corporate prefer RS. Yeah, please.
Mr. American Narayanan is disconnected. I'm calling him back, sir. One moment.
Okay.
Mr. Srinivas, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, this is Srinivasan from readerslabel.com. So we cannot help the differently able people in coaching things or getting things, for on and offline interviews. But we can supply them books. For instance, if you take R.S. Agarwal's quantitative aptitude and verbal and non-verbal books, these books are the main syllabus for the corporates to recruit for the aptitude.
Okay.
They take questions and they form the questions from the base of this R.S. Agarwal book. So we can give them at a considerable discounted price from readerslabel.com. We can get them books.
What does your company do, Mr. Srinivas? Quickly. What did you say you are involved in? Your company, what does it do?
My company involved in e-publications. We just give, retailing of books and e-publications.
Will you be able to load, to the extent that you are involved in e-publishing, if I were to get some data, will you be able to assist us to load this data in terms of data entries and or the things, special requirements associated with that? You think you can?
No, actually, we do not have any software, support from our side, because we have a software support from Capstone Technology Solutions.
Okay.
So I'm unable to get your recommendation. Actually, you need to
some other company to do this. What you're saying is you subcontract a portion of your work to some other company who can assist
No. Actually, e-publications means we just get the rights of the e-book, or we get books from the fresh talent. The content from the fresh talent. We convert it into e-book and we will just market it.
Okay, when you convert it into e-book, the process is not necessarily entering into the existing physical book as a data entry, but you use some technology to convert it as in terms of OCR recognition and things like that.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sometimes actually the volume is, if you are getting a huge volume of books to get converted, then we will use the technology. Else we will just have a DTP people for us, and they will convert it into the soft copy, and from that soft copy we will take it to the e-book. We will convert it to the e-book, which can be downloadable.
You have access to, through your thing, where I see a significant data load work that may be required. So through your DTP people,
no. Actually, I have to, can I know in detail, what type of data load it is and
we'll discuss it maybe later. We'll discuss it in detail. That's why something I foresee, but we'll come back to you. So to summarize what you say is you have the ability to give some books and or the training works material to the differently able people.
We can get the material. We can supply them a material in a discounted price, but we may not be able to train them or go beyond that. We can get the books.
I got it.
For them.
Understood. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.
Okay. Let's move to the next person. Did we get Mr. Karthik on the line? Operator?
Mr. Karthik, please go ahead, sir.
He has not talked yet. Yeah, Karthik, go ahead.
I'm also part of Reader's Label, which Srinivas spoke about just before.
Okay, great. Now, can you know our objective is online and offline, physical as well as virtual job job fair. Now, having said that, can you concentrate on that and see how you can assist us or any ideas related to that?
Yeah, we have sorted out some ideas in a list, but we have to streamline it more. But partially, I can tell you precisely now. We can get some authors or the leaders who have achieved, the leaders who are disabled and they achieved in some field. No? We can get the details about how they achieved, and we can write personality development programs or some e-books like that, some articles on their life or the achievements they have got, and publish it over the cloud so that the readers can no need to download it actually for any price, but they can read it in the cloud itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So what you are saying is one other thing we may be able to do is the Achievers book in the cloud you will be able to publish.
Yeah.
Differently abled Achievers book.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably something you think you can do.
Yeah, not exactly you can publish like a book because if you want to download a book which costs around $10 means you don't need to download it. Instead, you can directly read it in the cloud for $50 or $1. Yeah, with one read itself.
Okay. Okay, we'll look at that a little bit later. Okay, anything else that you want to
add? No, nothing else.
Okay, sir. Okay, thanks for joining us. Now let's move to the gentleman whom we have talked. In the middle, I have also dropped out for a few minutes. That's why I was not in there. Now because the telephone disconnect. Now let's go to, have we finished with Mr. Karthik? We just finished talk with Karthik, right? Srinivas and Karthik are the same people. Prabhakaran. Did we get Mr.
Yes, sir.
Prabhakaran?
Hello.
What did you say, operator?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Prabhakaran, I don't think we have talked to you. Can you please brief about yourself and see how you could be of assistance to us?
I think we have already discussed.
Okay. You are the... What do you do? I'm sorry that...
No, I'm a software person.
Okay, got it. We talked about that. Thank you, Mr. Prabhakaran. Now, let's see who are the other people we have not met. Mr. Venkat.
Mr. Venkat, please go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Venkat. I'm sorry I didn't get to you early enough.
Okay. This is Sundaram Venkat Narayan. I don't know if there is any other Venkat in the conference.
No, not yet. So anyway, it's good to know your full name. Go ahead.
Okay, as you are America Narayan, I am Dubai Narayan, but I am Venkat Narayan.
Very good. Dubai Venkat.
Yeah, Dubai Venkat, you can call me.
I'm America for your information. I'm going to interrupt and clear the air for once for all. I'm not America. I'm an America in Tamil means humble. Let's move on to Dubai Venkat.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dubai.
Okay, right. Just to tell you, I've been listening, your conference is very specific. It's very nice. Just that, from my side, currently the inputs which I could only offer is that if my specialization is decorations, I deal with interior decoration. Okay, so if there is any function or any area.
Well, for example, the physical job fair. Can you assist us in terms of the interior? Whatever that needs to do, take the lead into it. I'm not good at this thing, honestly.
Yeah.
So I can somewhere where you could really use your help.
Yeah. That is the area where I can really do something. I can contribute either in terms of design or in terms of an execution. To make the appeal, more meaningful to the people who are visiting the area. I mean that is my expertise. And in terms of placements and other assistance and logistics, to be honest, since I'm pretty new to Chennai, it's just about 2 years I've been back in town. So my contacts and my abilities are quite primitive, I would say. So it will be quite some time before
no problem, Venkat. But this is something we can use from you. Which part of Chennai you're in?
I am based at Mylapore.
Okay, great. So I request you, I hope all of you have my number, which is, I'll repeat so that people can write it down. It's 98410.
1 second, sir.
98410, India. That's spelled as 463 98412. It's again, I'll repeat, 98410. Yeah. 46342. I will also SMS things to you guys, but Venkat, if we can meet before Pongal, I think we should, so that we can see how we can move along in terms of taking your health related to it physically, how get into a little more detail. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to add anything more to it?
Well, just a couple of things, as we went through the conference, I'm sure a lot of people are listening to what I'm saying. First of all, I was a part of a parent support group for children who are having, challenges in terms of learning difficulties and other areas. I was closely associated for nearly more than 10, 12 years in Dubai. I would just want to have one small suggestion that whenever we talk, I believe most of us are, quite literate and quite understanding. I think there is one sensitive chord we should never touch. We could always say, as we say, differently able. We can always say somebody is visually challenged rather than saying visually handicapped. I mean, I feel that gives it a bit more respect, because we are in for that cause. I think we can call.
I agree with you.
Or if somebody will say is instead of saying he's mentally retarded or something.
We need to be a little more sensitive than what we have been, and we in a society have to bring that up.
Exactly.
And we completely share your.
Yeah, instead of PH, you can say somebody is physically challenged. That sounds more, like something which can be taken as, it's more palatable basically. I'm not saying that we will hide behind the facts, yeah? So this is one thing I thought I should share with you. Second thing is, I'm not basically somebody who's going to be seriously contributing into the job part of it and all, but as an observer, I just felt that somewhere there must be some bridge between the employers and the employees, insofar as, somebody who's able to, nearly link them. Now, I'll just explain what I'm saying. For instance, if there is a job opportunity which an employer is willing to offer, and we also have a candidate who is a prospect employee, I think to make it more meaningful in terms of getting them together, there must be kind of a process by which somebody should be able to, check the skills of the employee, not in terms of physical skills, but in terms of job skills, whether the candidate is, kind of getting closer to the requirement of the employer, and, make it a greater success ratio rather than,
So basically what you're talking about is pre-screening, as I understand it, to pre-screen so the employer does not have to go through 100 people which may get feel rejected, as opposed to maybe take the 10 out of the 100 and say we are closely matched and whatnot. And the other thing Dr. Badri has already said is in terms of being able to provide this psychological or counseling, even people who are employed. Those are the things we will be the guide post where we'll point out to Dr. Badri or his colleagues in terms of psychological health. We are not going to do it. I think I still want to stay focused on being the bridge between employer and employee. And I understand that maybe at a later time we'll have pre-screening and whatnot. Right now we got to go crawl before we walk. So let's try and crawl, but we take your input, and which is very good. Is there anything else you want to add?
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's move. Thank you, Venkat. Now let's see. Is there anybody else who I have not talked to or has not had an opportunity to talk to, has gone in and out like I did? They can press asterisk and 1, right? Operator, is there anybody else we have missed?
Sir, I think Mr. Prabhu.
Go ahead. Mr.
Prabhu.
Yeah, please connect Mr. Prabhu.
Mr. Prabhu, please go ahead.
Mr. Prabhu?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Prabhu, please go ahead. I'm sorry I didn't get to you earlier.
Yeah, this is Prabhu here again, Media Prabhu. Already I just discussed.
He has already talked, right?
Yeah, right. I spoke and already given my input, and it was
okay, right.
True.
Okay, is there anybody else we have missed? Operator, is there anybody else who are logged in now? There are some people who have come and gone, but Periyasamy?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Periyasamy, connect Mr. Periyasamy. Is he in on the conference? It doesn't show as if he's on a conference.
He's in the
Mr. Periyasamy. Okay. Mr. Periyasamy, can you hear us? And tell us how you can help us. I think you are... Periyasamy, go ahead. Solunga. Periyasamy, sir? Yasaliyamma. Irkara?
He's there, sir, but there is no response from his line.
Okay, no problem. Periyasamy, நீங்க முடிஞ்சா தமிழ்லயும் பேசலாம். நான் இங்க ஆங்கிலத்துல தான் பேசணுங்கிறது இல்ல. Okay. Periyasamy, one more time. Right. Where are you?
No, sir.
Anyone else? Okay, let's go back to, is there anybody else who wants to add anything more? They can press asterisk and 1. In the star 1 press panna, marubadi engita peslam. In the meanwhile, I'll go back to Sriram, back to Vatukuti, and then I'll close it. Because we are getting close to almost,
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Mr. Gopinath wants to speak with you.
Okay, Gopinath, please go ahead.
Sir, we will meet before Pongal, sir, and we'll have a discussion about this, sir. We'll arrange for a meeting.
Yes.
We'll meet before Pongal.
Yeah.
And then we will discuss elaborately.
Yeah, in person. Very good. Let's do that. Back to Sriram. You are the last but one second person. Go with Sriram. Anything else you want to add?
Is it possible to hire a social work graduate full-time for it so that the other person can drive the whole initiative and coordinate it?
Well, if you are going to hire, we need to look at the finances, and you need to say what the finance you are going to bring in, or anybody else who wants to throw in the finance at this stage of the game.
Okay.
So we need to talk about that a little bit later. So anybody who wants to contribute, they can, but at this stage, everybody is putting in that time, and like, for example, as we are developing the software, we are putting in the money, but nothing more.
Okay.
Okay. But if you are willing to pay for it, and let us know, we'll see how we can handle that.
Okay.
Okay. And anything else you would like to add? Mr. Sriram?
Yeah, we think we should go ahead with this job fair. But I think the date, realistic date would be in summer, because that is when the students may not have
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Anything else?
Fine. Otherwise, fine.
Okay. With that, we'll go to Mr. Vardakutti before we close. Mr. Vardakutti.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. So I heard everybody speaking at this teleconference expressing their ideas, Dr. Sundar, Mr. Prabhu, Gopinath, and everybody. So one thing in common that we should meet at the earliest. So what I suggest, this FODA will create some sort of identity for all the members. So if possible, we can issue an ID card. So with the badge that, so suppose when you go out, if you say that I am a friend of disabled, so you can have always a badge. So people will be curious to know what it is. So some type of a badge we should have. So that is one suggestion. And second one is regarding the members. The members are honorary members. Of course, because now Sriram suggested that we can have one full-time person. So for some time I can make available one of my staff, Mr. Badri, to assist in all communications, contacting the people and all, because he is a CA trainee. So that even within the office hours, I can depute some work for him in FODA, and he can be in a position to handle the connecting the people and all, contacting and sending emails, the common emails and all. So regarding this membership, these honorary members, I thought that we can have some sort of an association member or NGO member or institution member or individual member who wants to be a friend of FODA, that is friends of differently able. So some sort of a honorary membership, but if they want, they can contribute some sort of a donation. So donation is not compulsory. Then third one is everybody should try to contact the employers they know and enlist them and explain about FODA and make them initially some sort of acceptance to give an employment if at all we call for any meetings or exhibitions or these fairs. So they should be readily coming and all. So we should make a list of those people. Everybody should work on it and get the list of people and share with a common person so that the things can be circulated to all. Mr. Badri can handle all these things. Then, as everybody is suggesting that we should meet, because we are always speaking and we have not seen the face of each one of us. So, at least 5 people, shortlisted people can meet and plan for this job fair, and also about how to these portals should go and all. And everybody is talking now, so it is very difficult to document the complete ideas of everybody. So my suggestion is that they should write to the FODA the website, this Facebook, the complete details of what they feel, how these things should go about, so that it can be documented and their full ideas can be known and shared with all the members who are now in this teleconference link. And our immediate action plan is finding the venue. Dr. Sudhar suggested that this spastics plays and all. So my suggestion is we need not have a big interior decoration and all for the job fair. Some sort of a classrooms like schools or colleges are enough, so that each one classroom can be accommodated to one company or one employer, so that some 10-15 classrooms can be used. So we can have the colleges or schools for this purpose, that it will be enough. I don't know about this spastic. I think they got a big conference hall. We can find out whether the classrooms are also available from them. So it is better to meet before Pongal, so that we can have a plan of action for before the next meeting. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, good. I think you have summarized it significantly better than I have. I think I think we have met on the teleconference, as you rightfully pointed out. We had to meet in person. It shall be arranged before Pongal. At least few of us will either formally or informally meet. We need to associate faces with the names, which we will do. I appreciate your offer in providing help. I really thank Badrinarayanan for having taken the time to write this, and also your help to assist him in the future shows his attitude to help differently abled. We thank you and we thank him for that. We will, at least as you, I think there is a need for, as we proceed, to also physically meet. So maybe once in 3 months or sometime we will also physically meet, which we will arrange. So to summarize, we'll meet again on February 6th virtually, but before that we'll also meet physically. Our goal of providing virtual job fair is going on, and it will be in place hopefully before April 15th, but much earlier, because all of you will get a link both with the SMS and emails. Please, all of you send your email addresses also, so we can communicate with email. Initially, you can send it through SMS. The third thing is that we will send you the link so you can give your ideas before it goes public on you visiting this jobsfordifferentlyabled.org. Fourth is that Shriram with Badri and Vatikuti, myself, and maybe few other people will meet hopefully before next week and see where we can take it from there. Please, as Mr. Vardhakuti has said, please post in FODA. There are only 52 people. The only postings that are happening are too general. I think we need to get specific. We need not wait till this conference to communicate. The Facebook is a good form of communication. Please post in this. With that, if nobody else has anything to say, we'll conclude this conference. I'll wait for 1 minute to see whether anybody, or 30 seconds, see whether anybody pushes star and 1 to communicate.
Sir, Mr. Gopinath have pressed star and 1, sir.
One more request,
Which
sir.
one? Gopinath, go ahead.
I'm Gopinath. Sir, please send the minute of the meeting through email of each individual, sir, before the next meeting commences. Please send
I'm sorry, one more
minutes of the meeting through email.
Repeat it. I didn't hear you.
Please send the minutes of the meeting through email of each individual.
We will do that.
Before the
we will do that. Before the next meeting, the meeting minutes will come. I agree.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Gopinath. It's a very good idea. Anybody else who wants to press a star and asterisk for any other thing before we close the meeting? Okay, I don't see anybody, so I thank everybody. Prabhu, Srinivas, Karthik, Raghavendra, Venkat, Jayasarathi, Badri, Dr. Sundar, Gopinath, Sriram, Periyaswamy, of course, Mr. Vardakutty, I think Ravi, and these are the people. I hope I have mentioned everybody's name. We appreciate you taking the time and spending the last hour. Hopefully, we are heading in the right direction. We'll have some physical action also very soon. With that, we conclude this conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your conference call. You may disconnect your lines now. Thank you and have a great day.